Hello everyone, I'm Maxine Chung from CDN Computer Dealer News, and I'm here in Toronto with Amon Bar-Lev, the VP of Global Field Operations for Checkpoint Software Technologies. Hi Amnon, welcome.
Hi.
Thanks for being here today.
Thank you.
So I wanted to ask, when Gil Schwed founded the company, the technology was known as stateful inspection, and that's since evolved to what's now known as your firewall product. So I wanted to know how that's since evolved for your company.
So I'll try to give you like a background even before and then moving forward, so you have some understanding. Firewall been a long time out there. It starts with even much simpler technology. It starts with when you have like a router, you can put like an access list there and say what can and cannot be there. And still organizations sometimes use ACL, it's access list. It's a very basic technology. It's not that secure. It gives some limitation. The next step was moving forward toward what they call proxy security. And the idea is to separate between two networks with a proxy, and then nothing goes in and out only through the proxy, and that was not a bad idea. The biggest obstacle about that is it didn't support all the application and all the protocols that need to be done there, and then you have to need to do a judgment, and there's a lot of limitation on the way you can use this technology. What stateful inspection brought to the table was a very flexible architecture that allow you to support substantial amount of protocols run from that time that it was initiated today, actually supporting all of it through the firewall. So it's a very robust infrastructure and very, very flexible. But today, we are not providing only firewall. Firewall has been the fundamental things. But think about that today, once you have a gateway that stays inline, allow the traffic to go flow in and then out, and we inspect using stateful inspection. We already inspect the packets. Now we can do much more stuff on those inspection points, and then where it continue to evolve to a VPN and an IPS and a UTM. And a year ago, we announced a new architecture called the software blade architecture, where basically we are adding more and more protections as a software blade, as a logical blade. I always give the example of an iPhone, where you have a container, and then you just take another application from the App Store and you put it into the iPhone. The same idea over here. You already have a firewall. Let's add more protection on top of that, and that's the way we evolve. So today you want to activate an IPS, just take this application of an IPS and run it. You want to run a DLP, you can run it on the same gateway. You want to run an antivirus or voice over IP security or any other solutions, you just put them on the same gateway. You don't want some of them, you just move them somewhere else. So this ability grew up on the very basic, important, flexible infrastructure called stateful inspection.
Wonderful. Now, being an Israeli-based company, that particular area of the region is known for its physical security. So I wanted to know, from Checkpoint's point of view, if you guys feel that you have kind of the advantage there, and if any of that has been translated into what you guys do when it comes to computer security, and why.
So first, today, Checkpoint is a global company. So, we have another headquarters in Redwood City, and most of the people that I manage are not in Israel.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say we have roughly about 800 people in Israel out of 2,000, so the rest is spread all over. I think what's more important that comes from Israel that really help us to maintain ahead of the curve, it's not just the physical security strength that Israel have. It's more about the entrepreneurship and the innovation that people in Israel have. If you look at the numbers of startup per capita, I think we are the highest one in the world, and the investment on ongoing technologies is very, very high. So that's much more important, and the spirit of let's innovate and let's find different solutions that allow us to be moving forward all the time versus physical security.
Okay, good. I also wanted to ask you about your work with Nokia. You guys initially forged an alliance with them to make the network appliance, and then just recently you guys acquired that part of the business. So in terms of what you guys are doing there and what your strategy is, do you consider, or will you be considering other alliances such as that one when it comes to appliances moving forward?
So first, it was very, very useful, 12 years of cooperation with Nokia. We were very happy working with them. They brought to the table a totally different dimension that we were not dealing with. We
Mm-hmm.
deal only with the software. We're also very happy that it end up by us buying the business, because the most important thing is at the end of the day for our customers and for our partners to have a full good house for that technology, and to better serve our customers and partners it was the best place to be in Checkpoint.
Okay.
Overall, we really believe in partnership, and we'll continue to partner. And we are having partners like Crossbeam for one side. We are having some of our solutions as appliances on top of IBM, some of that on top of HP. So there are different alliances on the appliances side. We have something on NEC or Fujitsu. I mean, we have different places where some of our customers ask, or some of our partners ask for specific bundling together. So we do it together. And we have partnership on different aspects of the technology. And we really believe that this is the way moving forward. We don't see Checkpoint as a one-stop shop, but we do see ourselves as the enabling infrastructure. So in some cases, we might add new technology there because it's really complement what customers are looking for.
Okay. Now, speaking of partnerships and acquisitions as well, Checkpoint recently acquired Liquid Machines.
Mm-hmm.
How is that integration strategy working out for you guys, and kind of where does that play in your overall vision?
Okay. So first, we will announce a much more detailed roadmap, and we're working on that specifically now. Overall, Liquid Machine, for you who don't know necessarily, deal mostly with ERM space and document security and encryption. If you look at the way the Checkpoint do encryption, we do encryption in many aspects of the company. We do encryption on VPNs, right? And remote access. We do encryption on full disk encryption as well. And we're thinking this is another component that people would like. There is a clear need for them to use, but there's one big obstacle: is the technology is not mature enough, and it's not simple to use. And so once there is a need and simplicity is the barrier, now we need to find a way to overcome those barriers, give you a much better and simpler technology. So that's what we try to do, to build a product that will be much more simple to use, that allow collaboration and document in a much more secure environment.
Okay, perfect. I wanted to ask you also, being a global company, you guys obviously have a presence in Canada. What are your thoughts on the Canadian market? Are you happy with where we are now? And also, what are your growth plans for that specific area?
So the answer is yes and no. I'm very pleased on the performance that we have today in Canada, but I always challenge myself what we can do more, and I think the potential in Canada is much bigger than what we have today. Both of having more market share, which we are doing quite good to get more, but I think much more is for letting our customer use more of our product. So upsell to existing install base has a huge potential in Canada. Overall, we see a very nice growth. 09 was very, very good in Canada. Q1 was very good. Q2, you have to wait till tomorrow. We're going to announce our results, so you'll know more. So from that perspective, we are very happy. I tend to think that there is quite a lot of potential here that we still want to fulfill. So looking forward for the next years of growth.
Wonderful. One last question for you, Amnon, and that is in terms of your worldwide channel strategy. I wanted to know, where does the North American channel strategy fit into that, and also more specifically Canada? How does it mesh together?
So there is, first we have one global partner program. We revised it like 3 years ago. We did a major change there, making a much more multi-tier program. So platinum partners get much more than the gold and then the silver and so forth. And we try to focus distribution in one area and to focus the major partners in different area, and that's worked for us very, very good. So we don't see a big difference on that perspective between the US and the Canada. I think there's a couple of very big advantages that partners in Canada have. They're very well trained. They have a very good technology approach, and there's additional benefits that they bring to the market that maybe it's less exist in the US, which is the language barrier. There are places here like this France is the official language, and where they have a big advantage for customer intimacy that we as an English-speaking organization might lack. I'm very happy, by the way, that after we bought Nokia, we extended our presence here in Canada dramatically. We have a big TAC in Ottawa for almost 100 people running from here, so we are very happy to extend dramatically our presence in Canada. and that's related back to the language barrier because we now can better support our French-speaking partners as well. So overall, partners and I have recently a roundtable here with partners in Canada. They're doing quite good, and they continue to grow with us, which we are very, very happy. And as I mentioned before, potential is for all of us to continue and grow.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for your time, Amnon. It was a pleasure speaking with you.
Thank you very much.
And I'm Maxine Chung from CDN Computer Dealer News. Please stay tuned at www.computerdealernews.com for more. Have a great day.